15 things you unconsciously do because you're spiritually gifted. Do you ever feel that there's more going on both in the world and in you than meets the eye? Rather than considering yourself extraordinary, focus on the ways in which you are different from everyone else but can't quite put your finger on why. You have tide all around the world, and most people don't even realize it. The trouble is that you might be hiding some impressive psychic abilities, even if we never make any attempt to cultivate it. Some of us are born with a deeper connection to our spiritual selves than others. Take a look at these 15 indicators to see if you had a spiritual gift. For one, you have trouble falling asleep. You've always had a hard time relaxing into a restful slumber. While most people can fall asleep after a long day, you know it's a gamble when it comes to getting a decent night's sleep. People who have a strong spiritual connection typically have strange habits in the evening. Because of their spiritual connection, people often experience things like night terrors, nostalgia between the hours of 3 and 4 in the morning, and intense energy vibrations from the moon between the new moon and the full moon. 2. Pressure between your eyebrows. The spiritual, unseen eye that spiritual and clairvoyant persons possess, and which facilitates communication with spiritual creatures, is commonly referred to as the third eye. Your third eye is perched somewhere between your eyebrows, just above eye level. You possibly have a third eye if you frequently feel unusual and unexplainable pressure here. It's not enough to have a third eye. You also need to learn how to use it. If you experience this, it's evidence of the existence of a third eye in your psyche, even if it isn't now functional. To develop this third eye and have access to your spiritual sight, it is essential to engage in spiritual practices. Thirdly, you are a creative genius. Your imagination is, simply put, immense. Those who have spiritual gifts frequently pursue careers that allow them to employ their imagination. An extremely spiritual individual has the ability to imagine and bring into existence entire universes. If you want to come up with truly unique and out-of-the-box ideas, you need to be able to meditate and withdraw from the world in ways that few others can. 4. You frequently have really detailed dreams. Those who are spiritually gifted often dream about their dreams. You have a strong relationship with the afterlife, and as a result, you are able to explore the spiritual regions in your dreams. You also appear to have images while sleeping. You've had prophetic dreams before, where loved ones you care about were wounded or brought themselves into sticky circumstances in your dreams, and then it happened to them in real life not long after. 5th, you can look into the future, thanks to your high degree of intuition. There are signs in the heavens and on the earth that can help you determine if you have any innate spiritual abilities. The only way to know for sure, though, is to consult with a skilled counselor. Consult with them to figure out how and why you're able to predict the future. Locating a trustworthy ally is difficult. A true advisor will be able to teach you how to put your skills to use, as well as inform you about them and explain them. 6. You are deeply moved by the pain of others. Most people won't bat an eye if a war breaks out on the other side of the earth. You see beyond the superficiality of the screen and the writing. The pain is palpable, the families are shattered, and the people are dying. You should make an effort to avoid experiencing it because of how much pain it creates. Being spiritually gifted implies you have a deeper connection to the thoughts and feelings of others than the people around you do, no matter how far away those others may be. You're in excruciating pain just from realizing how bad concentrated pain may make you feel. 7th, you're getting more and more on the right track spiritually. There are a few questions you can ask yourself to determine if you are spiritually endowed and if your spiritual path is growing more genuine. Are you sick and tired of the same old religious counsel? Are you worn out from making an effort to be optimistic and perfect at all times? Or perhaps you're tired of the isolation you experience when interacting with others who lack your level of spiritual awareness. And if that's the case, let me elaborate. You have been sold a false, diluted spirituality. There are many of us who have made the same mistake, so don't beat yourself up over it. 8. Your ability to connect with animals is exceptional. You've always had a soft spot for furry friends. Animals who are generally wary of visitors will be drawn to you the moment you enter the house. Your natural spirituality provides a common ground for you to build close relationships with all living things, including animals. They sense your spirituality with their own and have a deep fundamental connection with you. To them, you are more than a human being. Even if they don't realize it consciously, they can sense that you're a spirit. 9. Tingling sensations are rather common for you. There are some sounds and sights that may send shivers down your spine. Everyone experiences this at some point, but it appears to be more common for you. Your spiritual archetype is the foundation of all that you are. This fresh and exciting test will help you determine your spiritual archetype. So, what precisely is triggering these prickly feelings, or tingles, or tickling vibrations, or whatever else you want to name them? This is an indication of a deeply spiritual bond. You have a greater capacity for feeling and responding to the unseen energies that permeate the world, and this makes you more sensitive to the effects of certain stimuli than the average person. These prickling feelings are evidence of communication from someone other than yourself, thanks to your enhanced perceptual abilities. 10. People around you tend to relax. You form close relationships with humans in the same natural way you do with animals. People, though, are more nuanced. Animals don't give much thought to the emotional and social barriers that separate humans and other species. One manner in which you do have a noticeable impact, though, is the calming effect you have on those who are in your company. A consistent theme throughout your life has been the compliment that you have a way of putting others at ease. You have a level of composure that others lack, and this allows you to enable those who are feeling overwhelmed to take a breath, center themselves, and remember who they are. 11. Your feelings have the potential to explode. However, you don't always exude a serene spirituality, and instead might be just as emotionally volatile. You could be totally relaxed at ease one moment and seethe with rage the next. One of the few drawbacks of having spiritual gifts is that you may not always be in control of or even aware of your own feelings. You have a high sensitivity to vibrations and may feel them anywhere. It's possible to fully immerse yourself in emotion, even if there's no rationale for it other than the fact that it feels right at the moment. 12. You can't concentrate on routine work. One of the drawbacks of having exceptional spiritual gifts is that you may find it difficult to concentrate on routine, boring chores. You desire to learn about your inner worlds since you are a highly sensitive and spiritual person. As a result, maintaining a job that demands you to sit still and perform the same chores day in and day out would be extremely challenging, if not impossible, for you. It seems that no matter how hard you try, you can never quite get your mind back on track, and the result is a constant sense of dissatisfaction and emptiness. 13. The weather has a major impact on your life. If you have spiritual gifts, you may have already noticed that the weather has a profound effect on you. You used to wonder why the weather didn't affect other people as much as it did you before you realized your spiritual gifts. The exact cause is unknown, but some people think it has to do with how closely you are connected to nature. There are certain times of the year and climatic conditions that might always put you in a specific frame of mind. 14. If someone criticizes you, it really hurts you. In addition to being highly sensitive and connected to your environment, you are also highly vulnerable to the effects of criticism from those around you. When people criticize you in a way they think you can handle, it can damage you in ways that may come as a surprise to them. Because of their extreme sensitivity to criticism, this can make personal development challenging for those with spiritual gifts. You shouldn't let the negative comments of others get to you, as not all criticism is meant personally. 15. You just know. Have you ever had such a firm conviction in something that you knew there was no point in worrying about it? It's as if you've peered into a crystal ball to verify your prescience. Those who are spiritually gifted may experience moments of omniscience without being consciously aware of doing so. That's why sometimes you might be sure of something without any hard evidence to support your claim. A person's level of knowledge is fixed at the moment of realization. I really hope my little explanation was helpful to you. Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments area below. And if you want to be notified whenever new videos are posted to this channel, consider subscribing and make sure that the bell icon is turned on. I appreciate it.